Greetings to everyone. Now we are going to discuss about the topic parallel resonance circuits. So the parallel resonance circuit can be drawn with the help of three important components, that is resistance, inductance and capacitance. You can see that in the circuit diagram there are two different branches. The branch number 1 is denoted as capital B1, which is having resistance R and inductance N, and the second branch is denoted as B2, which is having only capacitance C. So this arrangement is called as a parallel resonance circuit along with the input supply of a variable frequency. So because of this voltage source, the current I is flowing through the two branches, that is through R and L, and another current is flowing through the branch 2, that is through capacitance C. Now to find the resonant frequency of a parallel resonant circuit, we are having two cases. The case number 1 is to find out the impedance of the first branch, that is B1. You may see that the branch number 1 B1 is having two components, the resistance R and inductance L, so that the impedance of the branch 1 Z1 can be written as R plus J into XL. So R is nothing but a resistance offered by the resistor and XL is the inductive reactance. Now from that impedance Z1, you can write the admittance Y1 as a Y1 equal to 1 by Z1, which is the reciprocal of impedance Z1, equal to 1 by R plus J into XL. Okay, now in the next step we are going to simplify this admittance expression as Y1 is equal to 1 plus R plus JXL into, taking complex conjugate for these expression, you can multiply and divide with R minus J into XL in both numerator and denominator. Now what will happen means, you can get Y1 is equal to R minus J into XL divided by R squared minus J into XL square. Again further simplification will leads to R minus JXL divided by R squared plus XL squared. So minus J squared will give you plus, so that Y1 is equal to R minus JXL divided by R squared plus XL squared. Okay, so now you can simplify the Y1 equation further as R by R square plus XL square minus J into XL divided by R square plus XL square. So this is the admittance of the first branch, and consider this as equation number 1. And similarly you have to find out the admittance Y2 for the second branch, which is having only capacitor. Now to find the impedance of second branch B2, denoted as Z2 is equal to minus J into XC, so because of the presence of capacitor alone. So from Z2 you can write the admittance value of the branch 2 as Y2 is equal to reciprocal of Z2, which can be written as 1 by minus J into XC. Okay, while bringing your minus J into numerator, the final Y2 value will be written as J by XC, which you consider as equation number 2. Now the total admittance can be written as yt is equal to addition of your y1 plus y2. So you can write it as yt is equal to r by r squared plus xl squared minus j into xl by r squared plus xl square plus j divided by xc. So further simplification, by bringing j outside, you can find the total admittance finally as yt is equal to r by r square plus xl square plus j into 1 by xc minus xl divided by r square plus xl square. So this is your total admittance. Now the important point to be considered here is, at resonance condition, the circuit will be acting as a purely resistive one, which means the imaginary part of your either impedance or total admittance will be considered as a 0, right? So from this point you can write the above equation as 1 by xc minus xl divided by r square plus xl square is equal to 0, which means equating the imaginary part of your yt value is equal to 0. So from that you can further simplify it as xl divided by r square plus xl square is equal to 1 by xc, and cross multiply you will get xl into xc is equal to r square plus xl square. So consider it as equation number 3. So this equation will be used in a separate place to find out your final value. Okay, then substitute the value of xl and xc here. You know that xl can be written as 2 pi fr into L. Similarly xc can be written as 1 by 2 pi fr into c is equal to r square plus again xl is equal to 2 pi fr into L the whole square. Okay, so here the fr represents your resonance frequency. Okay, now simplify the equation further. We will get L by C is equal to r square plus 4 pi squared fr square into L square. Okay, that is 2 pi fr will be cancelled each other, and then L by C minus r square is equal to 4 pi squared L square into fr square. Taking square root on both sides, now you will get root of L by C minus r square equal to 2 pi L into fr. So from that you will get the resonant frequency value as fr is equal to, in the denominator 2 pi L, and in the numerator we will get root of L by C minus r square. Okay, so now further simplification will leads to the final value of resonance frequency as fr is equal to 1 by 2 pi into root of 1 by LC minus r square divided by L square. So this is your resonance frequency of a parallel resonance circuit. Okay, now in the next step, at resonance condition, the admittance y can be written as y is equal to r divided by r square plus xl squared. Okay, that is considering only the real part. From that admittance value, if you need to find out the impedance value, you can substitute z is equal to 1 by y, that is reciprocal of impedance, will give you the admittance value. So that z is equal to r square plus xl square divided by r. You can cross multiply it as r square plus xl square is equal to z into r. Now you can write it as r square plus omega r square L square equal to L by C, that is xl equal to omega r into L. You can substitute that value, and instead of z into r you can substitute L by C. So consider the equation number 3 here. and from this point you will receive the final equation for your impedance in case of your parallel resonance circuit is Z is equal to inductance value L divided by R into C. So R and C represents your corresponding resistance value and given capacitance value.